Hello, welcome to my new Software Inc. playthrough. This video is 8.5 hours worth of playtime, so obviously this took a long time to record and edit. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. First of all, I do actually have a couple of goals for this playthrough. These include getting all of the achievements in Software Inc., of which I only currently have one, being have a company over 500 employees, and secondly, make the company worth around $1 trillion, which you could tell by the title. Now, of course, 1 trillion is very optimistic, and I hope that shows how long I'm willing to keep this series going if I see the support on it. First of all, in every Software Inc. playthrough, you've always got to have your character creation. Now, in this one, I didn't go for inspiration because I'm only going to have myself, so I don't have to buy out any other founders. So that means with having that lower inspiration, it means that I have higher level skills, which is helpful in just when you start up by yourself. And I focus on just everything, just trying to make an even balanced good character. Now, I did forget to name myself, but yeah, it doesn't really matter because I don't really have a name for this channel yet because it's my first upload. So if you guys have any suggestions for what I should name myself in the future, leave them down below. We'll also quickly just create a logo. This is pretty basic logo, didn't put too much effort into it, and not really playing with any mods, no maps, just a couple desks and other small items. Now, this game, I do actually have another goal, which is to kind of play like a game development studio, and to do that, I'm going to be focusing on creating games to begin with, maybe go like how Valve did with going games, then an operating system, then a console, maybe do something similar to that. We'll see what happens. So far I've only made games in this playthrough. Okay, so now I've just released my first game, and obviously it's not going to be that good. I had to cut some corners with the development time, with the iterations at the very beginning, which is expected given just how small the team was, and still is at this point. Yeah, this should change relatively quickly. I'll just keep it at regular speed for a little bit whilst we watch what I do in terms of marketing, which there won't be much because I can't afford it and the game doesn't grow very quickly. So I cut it very, very soon. I do keep support around for a long time, so now I do start with the customary porting and update to the game that I do every single time I release a game, because they always come out slightly outdated. So I'm just doing that, and yeah. Now I am going to speed this up because the update and port takes ages and there just isn't much interesting other than watching the product release. So I'm going to speed it back up to 64th times. So because I don't have any other founders, that means that this playthrough is going to go exceedingly slow in the beginning. So that means I'm just going to speed it up for you guys because it is so slow. There's like 2.5 hours of me just playing through with just doing the same thing, like getting a contract, fulfilling it, earning money off of that, and then just spending the rest of the month programming. This is mostly down to me doing 8-day months, and this was to get the first achievement I needed in the game, which is called Need More Time, which is play for 10 years with 8 days per month. And this one will be completed in this video actually, which is making me think about how this is going to be a very, very long playthrough, considering I've also got to play this for 80 years. So this will be fun. Okay, so as you saw, we did start in the garage, and I've got the usual excuse of we were just trying to cut costs early on. Now we've quickly moved to the skyscraper, which that was quick for you, absolutely ages for me, like 5 hours or more. And I'll slow down the game again once we release the sequel. Now, I'm sure if you've been paying any attention to what I've been naming things, you can tell I'm not very good at that. So, yeah, if you've got any suggestions, leave them down below. And I really don't know why I named an adventure game Gunrunner. It was a bit of a questionable decision. Now, I've just released Gunrunner 2, the sequel. A bit of a spoiler, this game will do pretty well. We won't end up moving out of the skyscraper just yet, but that should be around the corner. Now, I will do a bit of marketing, not much, again, I don't really have the budget for too much marketing. And the game's quality is alright. It's a bit better than last time, but there's definitely been better. And we will go through a bit of rapid expansion here. This is going to help us grow quite a lot, hopefully. Yeah. Now, the plans for this company in the future after this update to Gunrunner 2 will be to create additional content, so creating a DLC for the game, and this should hopefully bring in a bit of money, hopefully, fingers crossed, but it might not, we'll see. Yeah, I will quickly speed it up again because it of course has to be very slow in the beginning. Now, quickly going back to the goals, haven't had much time to speak on them, but I'm sure you can tell 1 trillion is super optimistic, but I hope that shows my commitment to the series if there's enough support for me to keep going. Now, as you can see in the background, we have started developing Gunrunner 3, and we just released the add-on for Gunrunner 2, so we are progressing very quickly now. Quickly pause here. What you're seeing on screen is a peer review, which in game that is where you pay money for a bunch of people to review your game and see where it is. This peer review is very accurate to how the game will turn out in the future and sell. That actually influences my future decisions quite a lot, how this release went. Now that I've released Gunrunner 3, you can see that it says great quality, and that is not accurate at all, I don't think. It did actually take off towards the end of its lifespan, but that is not great. It took off significantly too late for me to continue the franchise with this next development cycle. This time for the release of Gunrunner 3, we actually did market it for a significant amount of time. in contrast to the previous two Gunrunners. So I'm not sure why this game failed so dramatically. Maybe there wasn't enough time between it and its prequel, or it was released at a bad time, I'm not sure, but it did not go well in the beginning. Now, in the background, I'm sure you can see that we are developing numerous items, and if you'll notice the date, it's coming up very close to the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary of our company. So, I did plan for us to announce 3 different titles on the anniversary. I'm just pointing out their early development phase here. Now, right here you can see that Gunrunner 3 did have an absolutely massive spike of sales and just overall success. And as you can tell, this is significantly after any opportunities for creating a sequel had closed. Like, we had almost finished the iterations for 2 games already, so it was very late in the game's development. Okay, thank you for watching, and one last thing before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below whether you think I should keep this video series going. Thank you for watching.